our homestead, we really enjoy growing our own meats from birth to harvest. Today, I'm going to be showing you a specific type of chicken. It is the Cornish Cross chicken. A Cornish Cross chicken is a breed between a leghorn rooster and a Cornish hen. So when you breed these two together, you create a very fast-growing, large chicken, specifically grown for its large breasts. And usually you can get it to full size within 8 weeks. So you're probably wondering why I look like a dog trying to dig a hole. What I'm doing is there are pine shavings that need to go on the floor before I can let the chickens out of the cardboard boxes. I had just received the chickens in the mail. What happens is when you order them online, you have to go pick them up from the post office, and they usually come in those little cardboard boxes you see here right beside me. And then before I can set them out, I have to get the brooder ready. We were not ready this time. Usually we are. And this brooder that I'm going to be putting them in is new to us. So it's a old smokehouse that we have turned into a chicken brooder. And because of that, I have to put these pine shavings on the concrete floor. And it took a total of 4 8 cubic feet bags of pine shavings to cover the entire floor. Mind you, this is going to house 175 Cornish Cross chickens. When we get our Cornish Cross chickens in, the first thing I like to do, while also keeping count of how many we have, is to dip their beaks immediately into their waterer. That way they know where their water is. They get a sip of water immediately from coming out of the hot box that they had just been in for about 2 days. This specific breed of bird goes through a lot of water and food. It doesn't matter what size water we put in there, it is always empty, and they always come bombarding it when we fill it up and put it back up. And you can rest easy knowing we got a bigger waterer to put in there after all of these chickens. Currently right now on the homestead, this group of chickens is about 4 weeks old, and we have to feed them 25 pounds of feed every day, and every day they are out. We really like feeding them this Nature Crest chick starter because it has no corn, no soy, and it's non-GMO. Once the chicks reach about 3 to 4 weeks, we like to put them in these chicken tractors that we've made from old trampolines and pasture rotate them every day. This group is well beyond its prime and actually got butchered a few weeks ago, but they get moved every day and they get fed and watered every day as well after they have been moved. We put a water float on a bucket with a hose that drags behind the chicken tractor. We find that's the easiest way to make sure they continually have water because of how much water they consume. It does not matter how young or old these chickens are, they are always food driven. Every time you go in to try and feed them, they will bum rush the feed trough or the little feed area that you have for them and try to get in before you can even pour the feed in. I think here I was just trying to show how the 4-inch PVC tube is hung from the roof of the chicken tractor. And then here is our bell waterer. This is fed by the float that is in that 5-gallon bucket. On this day, we had the whole crew of boys come out and help us move the 4-week-old Cornish Cross chicks to the outside front pasture where we keep our dairy cows. The dairy cows tend to leave the Cornish Cross chickens chicken tractor alone, but we do put up a kind of faux electric fence so they don't come in around it and try to scratch their faces on it or tear it up or anything. Now now the chicks will live out here in the pasture with the dairy cows for the next 4 to 6 weeks, depending on their weight. We do weigh them because we like them to be to a certain size before we butcher. This is our opportunity to count the Cornish Cross chickens again to see how many we've lost between the time we got them until now. These birds are super delicate and are not as hardy as like a traditional egg-laying chicken, so you do end up having a decent death loss, which for us has been anywhere between 10 and 20%. We will end our video today with me showing you the difference that 4 weeks can make. This is week 1. You can see they don't have any adult feathers whatsoever. This is week 2, starting to get a little bit of adult feathers on their wings. Week 3, we have our secondary adult feathers on our wings and starting to put on a lot of weight. Week 4 is when we look more like an adolescent chicken and less of a baby chick. See all the adult feathers? Thank you so much for joining me today as we unbox the chicks and work through the whole process of growing them to getting them back out on pasture. If you've liked this video, please remember to like and subscribe for more homestead videos like this and other homestead videos including how-tos and recipes.